Right. Next fight, Kevin Rosier, or people call him Rosier, versus Zane Frazier in asthma. Now, the history goes that Bill Wallace once went on an interview some years ago saying that Art Jimerson had asthma. We'll talk about Art Jimerson in a while. He's the boxer, and he'll be in the third fight in the quarterfinals after this fight. And it stated that the smoke machines, that every fighter that enters in the ring, one fighter can enter in the ring, the other can enter in the ring sometime later with smoke machines. And it stated that Zane Frazier was actually coughing up because of the smoke machine. And even Zane Frazier said that he never had asthma in his life or something like that. There was some different type of asthma he caught. So, yeah, off to a good start. But what makes this interesting is that Kevin Rosier, as some people said that he lost 40 pounds when starting to enter in this tournament, only to realize that Kevin was on his meds at the time. He was out of shape. He gained an extra 100 pounds in the fight, which is something that might have been obvious that he wasn't built ready to fight that night. But he went on with it, which is actually awesome. So you have an overweight kickboxer and a Kempo fighter not knowing that he had asthma due to the smoke machine. And guys, I don't want to talk about the YouTube video of Is UFC 1 Rigged by MMA on point. Go subscribe. If you don't like his logo face, which I don't like as much, you can unsubscribe to him if you want to. But still, his talking about that is really interesting. I suggest to go watch that 31-minute video, watching if the fight was rigged. And Royce Gracie, spoiler alert, would win the champion. But how did he win the tournament? Well, this is what we get from all the fighters. Now, the fight starts out, they both punch each other. Zane is actually blocking through. He actually hooks up Kevin Rosier, and he gets him stuck to the ring. But then Kevin would recover. We get Zane Frazier somewhat kneeing him to the crotch at one point, which was a groin shot. And it's surprising. Even Kathy Long actually noted that the referee didn't notice the groin shot, which is something that I would have been more intrigued of. But they continue in the fight, and out of nowhere, they went for the grab. Like, they were stuck on the ring. They like you're seeing Zane Frazier pushing and holding Kevin Rosier to the wall of the cage in the corner of the padding. Like, at that moment, you could almost have a good advantage of holding the fighter like that. I'll be honest, though, this fight, I wouldn't say this fight was boring. Like, the first minute and a half was somewhat interesting, but you could tell that American fans, because you could tell that American fans didn't know much about this, of how bad it was. Because this is 1993, and MMA fighting in the United States was just getting started. Like, we know what MMA is in today's world and what actions they do, but back in 1993, a lot of these fans, every time you see Zane Frazier throwing a punch or landing it, the crowd goes in awe. But when they're holding, hitting the ground, it's just the crowd just didn't enjoy it. But yet again, can you blame them for that? No. So around the 2-minute mark, they start to rest. Kevin did try to put a arm inside his arm to wrap Zane's head. Failed. And then Zane uses another kick to the groin again. And then suddenly, around maybe I would say the 2.5 or 3-minute mark, we get the first takedown in UFC as Zane Frazier gets the first ever takedown in history as he takes out Kevin. Excuse me. He gets back up. He's kneeing him. He's throwing everything. Like, Kevin is this 300-pound baked potato that looks like he's a beefy, meaty guy that hasn't been in the gym. He knees him. Kevin gets back up. He throws punches. And now they sort themselves. Kevin is finally getting back in offense at the 3.5-minute mark or so of that. And at this moment, Zane Frazier is like, Zane seems tired. Kevin looks tired. And then the fight ends at the 4-minute mark. Kevin is just backing him up. He's backing him through the ropes as well. He's throwing kicks far away to scare him away. And the fight ends at the 4-minute mark. And I know it's the 4-minute mark because on the bottom right screen, it shows the timer of 1 minute to go in the 5-minute mark, which I don't know why, because there's no time limit rules. But they did say there was a 5-minute something that would never become a tuition to this tournament. So what happens is Kevin throws a left punch. He rights, punches, left, and then he throws punches. Zane's down. He's throwing right. And then he puts his right arm on top of the ring post and he stomps the heck out of him with his right foot. He does it a second time. At this moment, the trainer should have thrown in the tower a long time ago. Like, I can't even talk straight. It was so gruesome. At this moment, I did not enjoy this fight. Like, it went the distance as much as I can. It was a longer fight. Like, it was 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. So I can't say much about it. It was a fight. It went long the distance. Zane became the first fighter in the UFC to do a takedown, but Kevin Rosier became the first to ever recover from that and won the fight. Hell, even I wish they didn't bring the rule of the referee should stop the fight, because they should allow that the referee should stop the fight. Like, the referee should have stopped the fight if they actually did have that rule in placement instead of the cornerman throwing in the towel. It was, I just didn't like that. And of course, Kevin Rosier would be interviewed at the time, which, keep this in mind, the whole entire segment, Kevin Rosier and Ken Shamrock would be the only two guys being interviewed after a fight. Any of the other fighters that won or lost would not be interviewed, except the winner of the tournament. But we'll get to that later. Of course, Kevin would get his talk about this or that. They celebrate the win. And seeing Zane Frazier getting his gloves off and everything, and some of the padding out, and seeing him breathing a little bit, I can almost tell that he had problems in that match. Like, he seemed really tired. It seemed really tired. It was hard. It was really bad. Also, I don't think Kevin Rosier was interviewed after the Zane Frazier fight. I don't think so. I think he was interviewed during the semifinals match.